The gentle lapping of the Thames against the hull of a small boat creates a soothing rhythm, pulling at the corners of Arthur's memory. As he gazes up at the towering presence of Tower Bridge, now bathed in the soft glow of twilight, he is reminded that this iconic structure has stood witness to countless lives, including his own. With a gravelly yet warm voice, he invites you to enter his world, a world where dreams are woven with despair beneath the glimmering surface of the river. Here, every fisherman's tale carries the weight of history. Every ripple whispers secrets. Arthur shares the serenity he finds in these waters, punctuated by the distant hum of London life overhead. The city pulses with energy, while the river flows steadily, nurturing his reflections. It is here, at the interface of land and water, that time seems to pause, a moment to cast out his nets and embrace the unknown stories beneath the surface. As twilight drapes its velvet cloak over London, Arthur's thoughts drift back to the first time he cast his line into the Thames. He recalls the exhilaration of that moment, the thrill of the catch, the glimmer of fish darting beneath the surface, reflections of his youthful hopes and dreams. Here, beneath the bridge, he lived countless lifetimes, each cast of the net weaving a new story. The city pulses around him, a dance of people rushing home, their laughter mingling with the distant sounds of riverboats. Street lamps flicker to life, casting golden light on the rippling water, which seems to sigh with the weight of history. Arthur closes his eyes, letting the sounds wash over him, the calls of night birds and the hum of traffic, all blending into a symphony that anchors him to this place. Each evening beneath Tower Bridge renews his spirit, reminding him that the river is both a constant and a fleeting, ever-changing companion. Arthur settled into a rhythm beneath the looming presence of Tower Bridge, the polished stone and iron archway serving as both guardian and witness to his daily rituals. The twilight cast a gentle glow, painting the water in hues of gold and purple, as he recalled the countless moments that had unfolded beneath this iconic landmark. To him, the bridge was not merely a passageway for cars and pedestrians, but a connection between past and present, a steadfast observer of love stories whispered by the river's edge, conflicts resolved in its currents, and anguished farewells echoed against its pillars. His voice carried the weight of local legends, tales of daring sailors and lost lovers who once sought solace in the embrace of the Thames. As he cast his net into the glistening water, he felt a deep sense of belonging and honor, knowing that each wave held fragments of countless lives intertwined with his own, unfolding yet another layer of the river's endless stories. As Arthur casts his net into the swirling waters of the Thames, he recalls the countless souls who have relied on this river for their livelihood. The stories of fishermen, merchants, and travelers come alive in his mind, vivid and palpable, echoing through the air like whispers from the past. He remembers the hustle of markets along the riverside, where the clattering of carts and shouts of vendors filled the air. Each catch speaks of journeys and dreams, borne on the backs of the vessels that once floated generously upon the Thames. With every pull of the net, he feels a connection to these ghosts. His hands brush against the cool water, cradling not just fish, but fragments of history. The soft lap of the waves serves as a reminder that this river is not just a boundary between land and sea. It's a living artery that pulses with shared stories of fortune, misfortune, and the relentless spirit of those who have sought their fates in its depths. As Arthur casts his net into the tranquil waters, memories swirl around him like the gentle ripples lapping against the boat's hull. The Thames has witnessed countless stories of love found and lost. He recalls whispered promises exchanged on moonlit docks and the shared laughter of couples, their silhouettes framed by the glow of Tower Bridge. There was Mary, with her bright smile, who once serenaded him with her laughter. Their dreams floated as effortlessly as the evening breeze. The river, ever watchful, cradled their secrets and sorrows, echoing the voices of those who came before. In the soft darkness, Arthur feels the water's embrace, a soothing reminder of the bonds that tie them all together. The whispers of the Thames stir his heart, urging him to honor each tale, every heartbeat intertwined beneath the surface, as he prepares for the night's catch. Searching for more than just fish, he seeks the essence of life itself. As twilight deepened, painting the sky with strokes of deep blue and indigo, Arthur felt a unique rhythm pulse beneath his feet. Casting his net under the shimmering stars, he surrendered to the tranquil embrace of the Thames. Each throw echoed with whispers from the water, tales of long-forgotten souls who had shared these moments alongside him. He recalled the laughter of children playing along the banks, the lovers who carved their initials into the wooden posts, and the elderly couples who often sat gazing into the depths as if seeking answers from the river itself. The stars above sparkled with the same fervor as his memories, encouraging him to seek more than just fish that night. A serene warmth enveloped him, and for an instant he felt like a guardian of the tales held within the depths, aware that his own story was intertwined with the river's ancient flow. The night was alive, and Arthur was ready for whatever it might reveal. As Arthur continued to cast his net into the shimmering waters, a sudden, peculiar tug jolted him from his thoughts. His heart raced. This was no ordinary catch. He felt a magnetic pull that urged him to investigate further, an inexplicable force calling him deeper into the embrace of the Thames. Pulling in his net, he was astonished to find an old compass, its surface etched with intricate designs that glinted even in the fading light. He cradled it in his weathered hands, feeling an energy that resonated through him as if the compass were alive. Memories flickered in his mind. Stories of lost sailors guided home through stormy seas, of lovers who had etched their destinies beneath the bridge. It felt as if the river had delivered him a message, urging him to uncover the mysteries lying just beyond the surface. Captivated by its allure, Arthur could no longer resist the call to explore what lay below. As the twilight deepened, Arthur felt an unexplainable pull in his gut, a magnetic force urging him to dive into the depths of the Thames. The compass, heavy and ornate, lay in the folds of his fishing gear, whispering promises of adventure and secrets waiting to be unraveled. The soft lapping of the water against his boat grew louder, resonating with his heartbeat. With each passing moment, his resolve solidified. He would no longer just cast his net for fish, but for whatever mysteries the river concealed. The ambient sounds around him shifted, a symphony of water and wind intermingling with the heartbeat of the city above. He felt an exhilarating tingle of fear and anticipation coursing through him as he prepared for the plunge. With one last glance at the sparkling surface, Arthur took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and dove into the unknown, leaving the world of the bridge behind. With a deep breath, Arthur stood at the water's edge, the moonlight shimmering on the dark surface of the Thames. The compass's intricate engravings glinted softly, urging him onward. Heart pounding with a mix of fear and exhilaration, he made the decision to dive into the unknown, a journey that would take him beneath the familiar cobblestones of London. The cool water enveloped him as he plunged in, swirling around him like an enchanting embrace. As he descended, the sounds of the city faded, replaced by the gentle hum of the river, a calming lullaby. The darkness gave way to bursts of color. Strange and beautiful artifacts danced around him, remnants of history lost to time. Schools of shimmering fish weaved through the currents, their scales reflecting the ethereal glow of underwater lanterns. In that surreal moment, Arthur felt the weight of ages past, the river whispering ancient secrets only he was meant to hear. As Arthur floated in the tranquil depths, the shimmering light of an otherworldly glow illuminated the water around him. Suddenly, a graceful figure emerged from the shadows, Celine, the guardian spirit of the Thames. Her long, flowing hair danced like seaweed, and her eyes held the wisdom of countless ages. "Welcome, Arthur," she said, her voice as soothing as the tide. "You have ventured far to seek the truths of the river." In the dim light, she began to recount tales of shipwrecks and storms, of heroic sailors and lost souls, each narrative imbued with the river's essence. The stories wrapped around Arthur like a warm current, revealing the rich history hidden within the Thames. As she spoke, he felt a deep connection to those who had come before him, fishermen, lovers, and dreamers. In that moment, Arthur understood that their lives were interwoven with his own, bound by the rhythmic whisper of the waters. Celine's voice flowed like the river itself, harmonizing with the gentle currents surrounding them. "Every ripple in these waters tells a story," she began, her eyes reflecting the shimmer of the submerged world. Intrigued, Arthur leaned closer, urging her to share tales that danced on the edge of his memory. Celine spoke of shipwrecks, of sailors who once braved the Thames, their laughter mingling with the wind as they cast their nets. She recalled the day of the Great Fire of London, when the river boiled with smoke and chaos, and how brave souls rode the currents, seeking sanctuary. As she recounted stories of lost treasures and the bittersweet love of those parted by the tide, Arthur felt an unbreakable bond being forged. For in each narrative woven into the river's depths, he recognized reflections of his own life, echoes that connected him to the countless souls who had lived and loved beneath the sky's vast expanse. As the ethereal melodies enveloped him, Arthur felt a profound shift within. Sitting by the river's edge had always brought him peace, but now, with Celine's stories echoing in his mind, he began to grasp the intricate web of connections that bound all life around him, both above and below the surface. Each ripple in the Thames seemed to whisper tales of souls intertwined through love, loss, and longing. He realized that every fisherman, every sailor, and every heart that had ever beat near these waters shared an unbreakable bond with one another and with the past. In that moment, Arthur understood that his own life, a tapestry woven through triumphs and tragedies, was a mere continuation of the river's endless narrative. The wisdom of the Thames flowed through him, reminding him that all beings, like the currents of the river, are destined to ebb and flow together. Empowered by this newfound realization, he felt ready to embrace his role as a guardian of these stories. Arthur's ascent from the depths felt like breaking through a fragile membrane, the cool embrace of the water giving way to the warmth of the twilight air. As he surfaced, droplets caught the fading light, shimmering like diamonds. A profound calm enveloped him. He was no longer just a solitary fisherman, but a custodian of stories, newly awakened. The echoes of Celine's wisdom lingered in his mind, each tale a thread weaving together the fabric of history that flowed through the Thames. He realized the river was more than mere water. It was a vital artery connecting lives, loves, and losses. Each ripple held the laughter of children, the sighs of lovers, the dreams of wanderers. Embracing this newfound understanding, Arthur felt a stirring in his heart, a commitment to honor the river's legacy. He drew a deep breath, the salty tang of the Thames invigorating him, before preparing to cast his net once more, this time seeking not only fish, but the essence of life itself.